for me allowing me to speak this evening. We've had quite a number of concerns, criticisms, questions this evening about schools, so hopefully this motion that I'm putting forward here is going to end on a happier note on some of the schools. It's a local school in Thurrock. It's been performing brilliantly for years, and yet it's ever hardly mentioned in this council chamber and around some committees that I've obviously been in for a number of years. Perusing through the last Ofsted report, the inspectors view it as an outstanding school that gives excellent care, learning support, and is making exceptional progress and highly praises the staff. I could go on, but hopefully others may fill in a few of the missing gaps of what this school actually does excellently. I'm quite sure that every elected member has heard of the Treetops School, which is based in Buxton Road and Graves. And the reason why I'm proposing this debate is that a request for this political chamber to show their support for the head teacher, Mr Paul Smith, and the chair of governors, Mr Alan Peaford, their staff, learning assistants, the governors, parents, but last but not least, the children who enjoy the teaching standards at this school. Although the school has been based at Grays, I'm sure nearly every ward in Thurrock has a child or children that attend this school to be educated. Mr Mayor, Treetops is nationally recognised as one of Britain's leading special schools with regards to educating and supporting children with disabilities, especially autism. And I'll therefore commend the motion and ask everyone to show their support for this excellent school. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Because I have to say it's a pretty amazing school, and I'd just like to say that for the last 2 years, last year when I took a group of young people to Germany, to Berlin, and this year we went off to Poland, Treetops School sent students with us. And I have to say that they behaved remarkably, their characters come through, their personalities come through, and I have to say that they was a credit to that school, along with the teachers that came with them. So I have to say, if you get invited to an event, please go along and support this school, because they really do like us to go there. They do lots of stuff out there and out in our community, so please, if you see something, they're so friendly and nice, it's a shame that more people don't support them. But thank you for bringing this motion.
It's been part of Thurrock for a long time, Treetops School, dating back to the 60s, where it started off in Dell Road. And Ofsted's view of the school is, it says it all really, it's an outstanding school, highly effective in almost every element of its work. It's a place where families say that it's transformed the lives of both their children and themselves. That's marvellous. It is led and managed extremely well, provides excellent value for money. And people move from all over the country to come to Thurrock to get their children into Treetops School, and that spells it all out for us really. So I will be supporting this motion.
Councillor Gedge.
I would just like to thank Councillor Hipsey for bringing this motion forward, because I think whenever I've visited I've been struck by the pride, passion and professionalism of the staff, and I think it really is an outstanding beacon for the borough, a place of which we can all be exceptionally proud, and which we should do our best to go out and really praise, both within Thurrock and also outside in the rest of the country.
Tone of this, and I don't think we take the opportunity to celebrate success in Thurrock enough. Last week many of us were at the Civic Awards, where we had a brilliant opportunity to celebrate success in a whole variety of fields of endeavour in Thurrock. And the fact is, we do have some genuine examples of excellence in this place. Visitors are showing examples of excellence in logistics, and will continue to do so. The Royal Opera House complex is recognised as a beacon of excellence in the creative. Treetops School in what it does is undeniably excellent, and that's been recognised by people well outside of Thurrock. Too often we put ourselves down in this place, and too often we walk around as if there's a kind of grey cloud hanging over this borough, and we shouldn't do it. We should recognise that there's examples of excellence. As has just been said, there's people move from other parts of the country to be in Thurrock so they can get kids into Treetops. There's people move from all over the place so that they can come and study at Performers Dance College in Stanford-Hope. And I'm just picking up random examples here. So I will be supporting this motion. I do welcome the fact that we're celebrating excellence and celebrating success. The long way it continues.
Treetops, having been involved with them for quite a few years, on all their hard work and what they've actually achieved. In the years, they've been also active in their community and bringing the community to within the school when they've had functions, things to raise money. There's probably a lot we can all say about Treetops, but what I would like to say is that we must also remember there are other special needs schools within the borough, and we should look at all the hard work they're doing too. Thank you.
Borough sent too many of its children out of the borough to get special needs education, and now we have a school which has been nationally recognised, so we should be rightfully proud of the school. When I was first elected, the school wasn't even there, and in the early days of the Conservative administration, after 2004, I was very proud to help deliver the school. At the time, plans were to build 500 houses in Woodside in order to fund the school, and for talking to government, we were able to remove that from the package, and it was a win-win situation. Not only did we get a new school, residents in Woodside were pleased to receive it without having the extra 500 homes. So I was involved in a small way in the arrival of the school, and we are very proud of it in Woodside and our residents. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
But it is a school which is outstanding in every single way. Part of the reason it's outstanding is, of course, that it's led by a remarkable head teacher in Paul Smith, who has a remarkable team behind him, who actually have really high expectations of the children and young people that go to that school. Purely because they have special needs, doesn't make any difference as far as they're concerned. They should still be achieving absolutely to their potential, and Paul Smith insists on that. I've got to say, it's also a school that whenever I visit, I come away smiling, because the atmosphere, the ethos of the school is just that, you know, a school should be a place not only to learn, but to enjoy, and that shines through in everything they do. I went there last year, a day or two, with Carmel Littleton after the fire in the drama studio there. Now, a fire like that in any school would be a teacher's worst nightmare. Yet, every member of staff that I spoke to only had praise for the way that the children and the young people had reacted and responded during that fire. How they'd cleared out very, very quickly, in good order, you know, with no panic, no nothing. That would be a big ask in any school, and it just speaks volumes for how good that school is. And in the intervening time before they could get the studio rebuilt, they had to do things like hold assemblies in sort of half an assembly here, half an assembly there, until they did the really easy, simple thing and hired a marquee so that they could have assemblies outside. The biggest problem with the assemblies outside of the marquee was that it's freezing cold, and the heaters that are put on just drown everything out. So, but, you know, they carried on as though nothing had happened. So an absolutely remarkable school, and we should be proud of it. I'm glad that Councillor Redsell reminds us that there are other special schools in the borough, because the other school, whenever I visit, you just come away just absolutely jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring, is Beacon Hill. You know, you go to Beacon Hill, a school that takes in some of the most damaged children in our community, and the work that Sue Hewitt and her team do there is nothing short of incredible. So, you know, Councillor Redsell is right. We should remember the work that's done there as well. We've said it before, you know, we don't often enough take time to stop and to just commend some of the remarkable things that happen in our borough. But those two schools are absolute shining beacons.
So echo the same words around Beacon Hill. I've done a little bit of work there with the pupils, and again, you know, as in Treetops, they are fantastic examples in our society, and the staff there are just amazing and doing fantastic things with the children. But focusing on Treetops tonight, Treetops is really an exceptional school, providing support and teaching for children and young adults on the autistic spectrum and with learning difficulties. They are consistently rated as an outstanding school. As many of you may know from the Channel 4 programme, they are, I believe, the only school delivering the ABA therapy, a behavioural therapy which greatly benefits pupils with autism and often very challenging behaviours. Anyone having visited Treetops or watched this programme will recognise the whole ethos of Treetops School as ensuring its pupils achieve to their very best. They focus totally on the positives and not on the negatives at all, and is a testament to the staff and leadership team that past pupils often return to the school and they welcome them in and they involve them again in school life. They also provide really much needed outreach support to many of our local schools, primaries and secondaries, with pupils who are also on the autistic spectrum. And my own son was a beneficiary of that. He managed to remain in mainstream school and did exceptionally well. So I support this motion, and thank you very much, Terry, for bringing it.
To say really, but just would really like to thank everybody who's actually taken their time to speak this evening in support of this school. And I sincerely wish all the head teacher, governors, the training assistants, teachers, everybody who's actually enrolled with that school, all the very best. And I really hope that they continue all the very good work for the thousands of children they've already served, and for giving them all the hope and education that they require. So thank you.